In August last year, Sean Oosthuizen, Mandy Foster and John Deploy appeared in court in Nelspruit, charged with Hetta Potgieter's murder. Private investigator Albert Grevenstein says the magistrate granted them bail of 2,000 rand each, despite warnings.
Colonel Struer actually said as well, if you let these people out on bail, they will kill again. And he actually said that quite a few times. Yet they still got bail.
The trio was ordered to be back in court in October last year.
They disappeared. We actually thought they won't pitch for the next court appearance. And then just one day, Colonel Struer actually got a call and said, listen, there's been a murder and it fits the description or very similar to the murder in Nelspruit.
This time it was at a retirement home in Alberton. Barbara Fenton was found bound, gagged and suffocated like Hetta Potgieter. She was murdered in a place she should have been safe in, says a relative, Jared.
It was never like a lockdown prison situation, it was a very relaxed environment, and it was nice for these people to be able to enjoy themselves in their old age, without having to be sit in a cage, ultimately.
Again, via CCTV footage, Sean and John, but not Mandy this time, were linked to the murder. Before Barbara Fenton was murdered, a woman at another retirement home up the road had what she believes was a near miss. Fearful, she wants to remain anonymous. She was in her flat sewing when she heard a knock and saw two men peering in her lounge window. She opened the door to speak to them, but left the security gate locked.
They asked for a certain person, and they said it was their mother's sister, whose husband passed away 2 weeks ago. I told them I'm definitely not their aunt. I don't know their mother, so it's not me. Then they left, and within not even 10 minutes they were back. They knocked on the window again, and then they asked me if I could charge their phone. And I looked at the chap's phone and I still said to him, you've got 75% battery life, why do you want to charge your phone? And he said to me, no, because they come from Bella, and the phone keeps on going flat.
Ursula had no idea she was dealing with suspected serial killers, but refused to charge their phone. So they changed their strategy.
He said to me, seeing that they come from so far, can he possibly use my toilet? And I said, okay. And I don't know what took control of me to actually open the gate, because it's something I never do. Never. And as I unlocked that security gate, I got the gut feeling.
Two strangers were now in her house, one using the bathroom.
He came out of the toilet and he walked as far as me there, shoulder to shoulder, and he leaned over me and he took his phone and he plugged it in that little charger. And I pulled it out and I said to him, your phone is fully charged as far as I could see.
Uneasy, Ursula told them her family was coming to see her.
Then the one went out and I stayed behind this other one, the blonde one. He was like the main one. I don't know if he's the one that does the controlling. And I stayed behind him all the time. I didn't go in front of him at all. And I said, my daughter and them will come in. And then they asked me if I let them out the complex.
Her plan worked. They left and Ursula did some detective work.
And then I realized, if they say they're from Bella and they got a GP number plate, that doesn't sound kosher. And I remembered the number. I came back straight away and I wrote that number down.
In her bathroom, she made another discovery, and her fondness for watching police investigations on TV kicked in.
I saw the Listerine bottle had foam on top, and I thought that's strange. And I went and I took a zippy bag and I put it over the bottle. Why I did it, I don't know. Maybe it was just intuition.
The following day, Barbara Fenton's body was discovered at Alberton village. George Moraitis of Guardian Security assisted police in identifying and arresting the suspects. Again, their vehicle was caught on camera.
We actually found out that they used the bakkie, a white Nissan bakkie, or 1400. And that was the only car that went in and out. There was the only 2 occupants that were there. And from people telling us on the streets that they did see that bakkie going at that time, it was only putting 1 and 1 together to find out that these were the guys that we were looking for.
The bakkie had been spotted driving around Alberton, and Sean and John, already on the SAPS's radar, were identified as suspects.
We knew they were in the Krugersdorp area. And we said, okay, we'll split up, and whoever spots the bakkie, we'll see if we'll contact each other. The bakkie was spotted.
They followed the bakkie to Munseyville near Krugersdorp.
We actually spotted both suspects. And that's how we effected the arrest. The younger one came in quietly. I won't say quietly, he put up a little bit of a fight, but it was the older suspect actually ran away. And we actually found him in a cot. He was hidden in a cot. And unfortunately made the biggest mistake. He moved while he was in the cot. And that's what actually gave him away.
Along with John, Sean was rearrested.
Once you get caught again and you're out on bail, that means you're going back into the cells. And you're not going to get bail. So he knew. But like I said, he had no feeling. There was no remorse. There was no human attachment to it.
It's like a dog, once it's tasted blood, will keep on going for another throat.
When Ursula heard there'd been a murder, she called the police and positively identified Sean and John from a photograph.
They asked if they can have the Listerine bottle as evidence, and they took it and they put it in evidence bag. A lot of people said to me, "You're lucky it wasn't you." I feel bad that it's from me they went to another old lady, and this old lady suffered and lost her life.
Next, another death, this time in Springs.
Ja, om daai prentjie te moes verwerk, dit was die moeilike deel. Want dis nie soos ons haar onthou nie, dis nie soos sy lyk nie.